The Minecraft movie is doing numbers beyond even the wildest of optimistic estimations, having earned $163 million in its opening weekend alone. That has already earned back its production budget, which is reported to have been $150 million. This despite a very lackluster IMDb rating, and the fact that when most people saw the early trailers and teasers, they were not optimistic. Understandably as well, as they were terrible. They gave hot garbage a bad name, frankly, and having watched the movie now myself, it's shit. Oh, it's not good. It is not a good movie. Oh no, not by any actual definition of the term, no. I think I chuckled precisely once during the entire film, and that is when a woman tells, why did I want to call him John Cena for a moment there? Jason Mamoa, there we go, that she would totally let him, trash bag her, although she also warns him to double bag it because she's got some raccoons up there. I fervently pray this is not a video game reference, and that, of course, is the real point here, because you see, the fact that I loathe this movie is actually sort of kind of the point. That should have been the intent, actually, because I am not the intended audience of this. Not in any way. I have never even played Minecraft. My only real knowledge of it is that it was made by Mahjong, who then earned enough money to outbid Beyonce on a house, and then got kicked out of the company because he got a little bit too spicy on Twitter. That's basically it. But the movie itself is simply just one long series of references. Actually, it isn't even that long, which I actually think is enormously so to its benefits. Far too many movies these days are 3 bloody hours. This is just an hour and a half. It is a perfect bite-sized piece of entertainment for kids to watch it and then want to go back and watch it again. And it is stuffed full with references. You can't go a minute in the movie without it mentioning some part of Minecraft, some item, some creature, some part of their lore or history, or even one Minecraft YouTuber apparently that tragically passed away long before the video's actual release. Minecraft has actually managed to finally take up the lessons that many of us have attempted to hammer home in the industry for so goddamn long now. Make the entertainment for the audience you have. And for this lesson to have sunk in first amongst Warner Brothers, a company that studiously refuses to make a single good decision, cancelling a Hogwarts Legacy, upcoming expansion, being on the verge of selling Looney Tunes. For Warner Brothers to be the first to grasp this is a pure accident, surely. It could not have been intentional. I refuse to believe it was intentional, but nevertheless, it aims itself squarely at the Minecraft fans, its intended audience. This, in many ways, is literally the childhood of the people they are aiming it towards. That's why it's so popular, because it's everything that those who grew up with Minecraft would want. That's also why I don't like it at all. I grew up with stuff like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Batman. This is tripe on so many levels. I was shocked by how gay of a goddamn movie it was as well. Jason Momoa is ritualistically humiliated damn near throughout the entire flick, except for one redemption moment at the end. I like to refer to him as having the Marvel Thor role, as I hate the Marvel Thor movies, majority of them anyways, as Thor himself comes across as nothing but a chew toy in half of them. He is beaten down, humiliated, dominated at every step of the way, and only at the very end of the movie does he finally get to do something, and half the time even that something is blowing up Asgard. They treat Jason Momoa's character particularly poorly. He does indeed wear a shock pink leather jacket most of the time. He wears a black nail polish just to hammer that sensation home. And he and Jack Black has some of the most homosexual energy I have ever watched in a, non-18 movie. And meanwhile, the female characters, of course, are instantaneously capable. They tame animals immediately. They beat up demons, or, pigs, creepers, I don't know. Right off the bat, everyone else is, of course, struggling. It's weird. But at the same time, also, it kind of gets lost in all of the references, in all of the focus on it actually being Minecraft, to the point where if you're not somebody like me, for example, who don't care about the Minecrafty stuff and looks at a lot of the other stuff in the movie, you're not even going to notice it. If you are a fan, you will be too busy going like, oh, look, that's that thing from the video game over and over again. And I remember this sensation from being a child myself. Now, whilst this is of course very effective, as demonstrated again by the $163 million opening, that does not make it good, mind you. There are good parts about the Minecraft movie, at least, some. Its primary message is basically to chase your dream, to be creative, to make the world what you want it to be. Okay, that's all good stuff. It is also, however, somewhat accompanied with don't grow up, which is not what we need right now. Another generation of eternal students that will finally graduate university at the tender age of 37 with a gender studies degree is not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. No, you really should grow up. It's good for you, trust me. And its other message is that everything is extraordinarily gay. Painfully, violently, assertively homosexual. Although, at least in a somewhat joking fashion, I guess. So there's that, I suppose. But it's going to get a sequel, obviously. The question then is if they've actually cracked the code here, because there is genuinely a good reason why the movie is earning so much money. Again, despite a rather lackluster review score, it is because it is indeed hitting directly onto that intended market, which I'm starting to think is just an accident. But at the same time, there's been some strange hits recently. The Barbie movie is one of them that pretty much everyone thought would be an utter financial flop and a movie flop on every level. And yet that one, well, not only was it not a financial flop, but it was actually a pretty good movie as well that, well, I wasn't expecting to get a men's rights lecture from a Barbie movie. I didn't see that one coming, and yet there it was, right in front of you. Rather shocking, frankly. Now, this is not that by any stretch of the imagination either, but we'll have to literally now just wait and see for more media. If Warner Brothers and the other people who made this actually have understood the lesson of no, appeal to your audience first, and then, once you have them firmly in the bag, you can count on word of mouth to spread and bring in more people. Or whether or not, again, this was all just simply a sheer unmitigated mistake. Accident, more correctly. Personally, I think the second one, because it is not a good movie. You could argue again that a good movie doesn't need to be, or rather a successful movie, quote unquote, does not need to be good to be successful. And I think this will, if anything, be an excellent example of that. That you don't need to make a good piece of entertainment for it to be successful. As if this truly is the childhood of many of the people who are now growing up and watching it, then I do fear a little bit for their future, especially if they are men, as the role of the masculine characters in this movie, with the exception of the young boy, who does get a pretty good role, I will admit, Jason Momoa and Jack Black. Well, Jack Black is at least sort of decently presented, kind of, but the movie's main masculine lead is a pure, unadulterated joke. Not a very good role model in general, so I don't know about that, but you can't argue with the box office. There is a market for this. They found it, they hammered it, and now we get to see whether or not that's for the better or the worse. Again, if the lesson of choose your audience is actually the one they take away from this, then it's for the better. It might actually lead to some genuinely amazing entertainment as well, as once more, Warner Brothers is sitting on so many incredible franchises that they just refuse to exploit. We'll see, but for now, a Minecraft movie. A box office success, even if it's not exactly Picasso.